Well, hey guys, it's Cody here. We have left the world of Microsoft behind. I'm over here on my iMac, and I just wanted to show you the setup process for installing brackets and getting the JDK here on Mac OS, in case that's what you're using. So in order to get brackets, which is the program that I strongly recommend to you, I really like Notepad++ on Windows, but here on Mac OS, I really like brackets. So just go to brackets.io. That's their homepage, and then click on download brackets, and that's going to come up with a download for a DMG file. Again, you Mac folks are used to this. It's going to be your installer file. Save that wherever you would like. I'm going to plop it on my desktop here, so I'm going to go ahead and save that. Oh, it's already done. Awesome. So we'll just click on that after downloading, and macOS should take care of everything. We may have to drag the application into our applications folder, but outside of that, brackets should be up and running in no time. Yep, we do need to simply drag brackets, click, hold, and drag it over to our applications folder. I held too long, so it opened up the folder, but it still worked. You don't actually have to hold that long so that it opens up the folder. But, again, if you're using Mac all the time, then there's nothing, special about that process, and you're used to it. And now we can go ahead and open up our new program, open up Brackets. Really nifty program, very similar to Notepad++ in a lot of ways. And that's where we will be writing our code, okay? So yeah, it's okay to open it. I'm not sure why Apple's so concerned about it. I guess it's third-party software, but Brackets is totally safe and a great program. So here we are. Awesome. All right, it has an HTML file in here. Obviously, we're going to be working in Java. But for now, we are good to go. We've got brackets installed. And now let's go ahead and get the JDK. Now, there are a couple of ways that you can do this. The best way, I think, to do it is to simply type download JDK into the search box. And then you'll click on Java SE Development Kit 8. And on this page here, we accept the license agreement under Java SE Development Kit 8U91. And we scroll down to Mac OS 10. It's 227.29 megabytes, so a rather large file. Notice that it's a DMG file. That should be familiar to you as a Mac user. You will simply download this file, and again, I'm just going to plop it right there on the desktop. And once it is done downloading, it shouldn't take too long on my internet connection. If you have a slower connection, obviously it can take a little longer, but I'll walk you through that process, which again is very simple, just taking it one step at a time and all that jazz. And then finally in this video, what I'll show you to do, how to do, is how to open up a terminal window and use Java-C and use Java, just like we're going to be doing in Windows, so that you can follow along if you're a Mac user doing exactly what I'm showing you how to do. I'll just be showing it to you on a Windows system. Okay, so this is almost done. When it is, I'll walk you through the installation process. All right, our download is complete, and so I'll simply click over here on the DMG file I just downloaded, and we are going to see it's a similar process to what we did before. In this case, we're double-clicking on the icon to install the JDK, and then we just follow the prompts. So we'll say continue, destination, installation type, everything is fine. Just hit install. You have to put in your password here because we're installing a program. So put your password in there and then install software, and it should handle everything auto-magically for us. All right, JDK installed. Sweet. Okay, so what we want to do here is just click close, and we can go ahead and close out of our web browser. We're going to leave brackets open here. You can go ahead and close this window as well because we've already installed brackets and the JDK. So what I'm going to do now is show you the process on Mac OS so that you know what we're going to be doing here. So in Applications, what I'm going to do is go under Utilities and then Terminal. Okay, so then we'll open up a terminal window. And boy, this text is small. It feels like everything's smaller on my Mac. If you guys are watching on my Windows machine, it's like everything is much, much larger. Everything's really small here. So let me make some stuff a little bit bigger, guys, and I'll be right back so that we can do this. Well, that was super duper easy, as most things are on Mac. You can just use the Apple key and then the plus or minus key to make text smaller or larger in brackets and in the terminal window. So the same little basic shortcut there for both of them. I made the text larger. And what I've done is I've created a test Java file just to demonstrate the process on Mac OS, which is the same as what I'm doing on Windows. We have our text editor here where we'll be writing our Java code. And then we have our terminal window where we're going to be running Java-C and running the application using the Java command. And finally, we have our source directory, which I've created on the desktop, the src folder. And I've placed my test.java file in the src folder. Now, a nifty little service that applies on macOS is going to enable us to open a new terminal window in the current directory path so that we don't have to manually go there every time. So that's really, really nice. So I'm going to close this terminal window and I'm going to show you how to set up this service if it's not turned on already. Go to Finder and then Services, and then click on Services Preferences. And on the left, you'll see Services. Make sure that that's selected. Then scroll down to Files and Folders and enable by checking the box next to New Terminal at Folder. Now you can additionally set up a keyboard shortcut for this, although I'm not going to be doing that. We really don't need it. Once you've checked that box, you can simply close the Preferences dialog. And then over here, what we can do is once we've navigated to our src folder in Finder, we make sure you have your path bar enabled. Go to View and then Show Path Bar if you don't have that enabled right here. And then all you have to do is in the path bar, right mouse click on the src folder and go to New Terminal at Folder. This will open up a new terminal window. And again, I can make it larger with Apple ++++++. And it will be in our src folder so that we don't have to navigate anywhere. And then just like on Windows, we're going to be doing Java-C and then test.java to compile our application. You can see test.class appeared over here. Woohoo! We're almost done. And then we type Java and then test in order to run our application, which says Mac is cool, okay? So hopefully you can see that this is identical to the process on Windows. We're just obviously using different programs and using this different operating system, but it's all functioning in the same way. Our text editor, which is brackets, our terminal window, and our src source folder.